What is going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. This is, of course, our Monday 4 o'clock live stream. If you want to hop back on Friday at 12 o'clock, you can catch the live stream then as well. So much to talk about today, but really excited to have everybody here. So welcome everybody to the live stream. Hey Vu is first. Welcome to the party, guys. Welcome to the party. Lots of interesting things to talk about today. From what's going on over in India, watching out for scams, guys, ICOs, and so much more. Now, some quick updates for you guys. Some pretty exciting interviews coming this week. Tomorrow morning, actually, I've got an interview with the guys from Nex. So that is the Neo exchange. That's pretty exciting. And I've also got an interview with Min Kim from betoken. So give you guys the information on what is going on with those projects. That'll be really, really exciting. So very, very, very excited to see how those interviews go. And of course, always working on more interviews for you guys, so keep tuned. Welcome everyone. Aloha from Wailuku on Maui. Nice. Very nice. This is just a dude talking about cryptocurrencies on the internet, says Andres Becker. Welcome to the party, everybody. So, first thing is first today. It's red. It's red. Da, 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 da. Hey Vu asks, do you have any idea when the next coin would be on sale? I do not know yet. I'm going to ask them that, but I imagine that their answer is going to be stay tuned for details, because I don't think they have made that information public yet. Now, there is a lot of red in the market. Again, we were just seeing some short recovery, but of course, it bottomed back out. It was a very fragile recovery anyway, so I'm not so surprised. Gordon from Croatia, 4 a.m. Whoa, man, what are you doing up? Good morning. Good morning. I'm not surprised to see this bounce back on the market, basically. That, you know, we had a small recovery, but it really wasn't anything to, you know, pop bottles of champagne for, so to speak. So as soon as a little bit of extra FUD came out, down we go again. Bear season, says Cordero. Absolutely bear season, man. Beer season, bear season. Maybe season for both, depending on how well you're taking this slight downturn in the market. Monster Vodka says, I've been watching tons of videos about 10x. I'm stoked about this project. Where's my 10x card? Yeah, I like 10x too. I think it's a really cool project. Hello from a fellow New Zealander, GGIM. What's up? Do you think Rayblocks is the future of payments? You know, I've only looked into Rayblocks a little bit. It's definitely an interesting looking project, but I'm hoping to get an interview with some people from the team pretty soon, so stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Did you see the Artblock AMA with Ian Bellina? I did. I thought it was a pretty good AMA, actually. Those guys were not afraid to answer some really tough questions. In case you guys haven't looked into Artblock yet, Artblock has had some pretty serious accusations made against it. I thought the CEO answered pretty well to those. Go over there and check out that Ian Bellina interview if you want. Blocknet, the best DEX out there, says Vkront. I know, it's on my list of things to do is actually talk about, do some DEX tutorials for you guys. Maybe Blocknet should be the one. Keep trying to download BarterDEX, but it just never works. It's getting frustrating, so I stopped trying. Anyway, I thought you guys would appreciate this little comic here. As we all, you know, can so totally relate to, checking your Blockfolio app. Everything's fine. 5 minutes later, oh my god, I'm down 20%. What's going on? Oh, okay. Now, part of the reason, potentially, for the FUD in the market today is what's coming out of India. So, India government sent tax notices to cryptocurrency traders. Apparently, tens of thousands of people got tax notices from the government the other day. So that is, of course, I think pretty shocking for a lot of people there. But the real news, not about taxes, guys. The real news is this: Indian banks suspending Bitcoin exchange accounts. So if you are an Indian Bitcoin exchange, You are not able to access banking services in India, which is dramatic. Now, this is not the first time we've seen this happen. We saw some banks in Singapore get shut out as well recently. Back then, I was speculating this may be as a result of Chinese influence. So I don't think that's, of course, the case here in India. India is trying very hard, of course, to get its grasp on the financial situation in their country. Of course, only last year we saw India basically make an overnight decision to get rid of the 500 and the 1,000 rupee notes. So now, of course, they're trying to make Bitcoin business harder in India. This is not saying this is not a ban on Bitcoin or anything like that. You know, you can still trade and buy. It's probably going to get a little, makes it harder. Let's just put it this way. It's certainly not a good sign. I would prefer to see happier signs about that. Evian Argus asks, what about the Bitconnect claim about USDT? You know, I'm going to be making a video about USD Tether this week. So keep an eye out for that. There's been some serious accusations made against the people over at Tether. I wouldn't be surprised if some of those accusations are true, but I'm not going to make, a definitive statement on that before we actually look into it. But there's definitely some dodgy seeming stuff going on over there. The fact that it hasn't been audited and all the rest of it. Asks when is the BlockNet interview? Gosh, I reached out to those guys ages ago and we were in contact. Let me make a little note here. I'm gonna pick up that line and see if we can get them back on. Sometimes you're talking to people and then they just kind of disappear on you. It does happen. Gotta keep chasing these people, guys. Brian Cave says, stay away from USDT. It's a scam. It's a scam, guys. Potentially. There are some serious questions being asked about USDT, and I feel like to a large extent is a fairly systemic risk in the ecosystem if USDT goes down. So anyway, we'll be investigating that later in the week, guys, so stay tuned. Stay tuned indeed. Now, I wanted to touch on some scams here for you today, guys. So Evan Burke asks, are you going to be accepting BAT payments? I am accepting BAT payments, so if you guys want to, put my name under that would be super awesome. I am up for receiving BAT payments. I would normally record on BAT as well. It is my preferred platform. What's the thing called? Browser, that's the one. So my preferred browser, but my XSplit has a problem recording it, so I've got to record on this. Anyway, first world problems, what are you going to do? So I wanted to talk a little about scams, guys. It is so important to be careful out there. I had a subscriber the other day. He wanted to get involved in the Nucleus Vision ICO. I believe that was the one. And he Googled it and found a website. Said it's 99% sold out. You got to get in right now. Of course, it was a scam. Now, at the time that I made an announcement yesterday on my Twitter about it, this guy had already scammed people for the equivalent of 33 ETH. Not bad for setting up a domain name and copy and pasting a website, isn't it? Oh, guys, you got to be just, before you send your money anywhere, please double and triple check. You can't trust emails either, Make sure you are subscribed to whatever ICO you want to get involved in, right? So say you want to get involved in, let's say, PoonDX, right? So make sure you have them on Twitter. Make sure you're involved in the Telegram group. Make sure you have that website saved, guys. Please, 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 please. Very important stuff. Speaking of scams, everyone, Davor coin, gosh. These guys just don't stop, do they? This thing I heard Trayvon was talking about Davor coin, and now he's got a referral link for that. And God, really, is Crypto Nick talking about it now too? Oh man, What are you going to do? What are you going to do, guys? Guys, this is an important thing in the crypto space. Somebody was asking, interested in the thoughts on the cause team. If they pull off what people thought was a scam. It's not, though. That's a different story. We're not going to talk about cause right now because I don't think that cause is a scam, although the people that are involved in cause have been involved in some shady stuff in the past. But I talk about that in my cause review video. But what I want to really hit on here, guys, is you got to be careful out there. All these people that have just been burned by, let's talk about Bitconnect, because really, all the people that have been burned by Bitconnect recently, yeah, they're hopping on, CryptoNick's channel and, making threats and getting angry and stuff and all of this stuff, right? But the reality is that these are more often than not new investors. Sometimes not. Sometimes people just have high risk thresholds and aren't afraid to invest in a Ponzi scheme. I'm not into that, guys, but some people do that. Now, USI Tech, Samson Harp, probably a scam. Don't know, haven't looked into it enough. I mean, this stuff just doesn't interest me when it comes down to it, guys. So this is the thing. Right that there too. These platforms just don't interest me when it comes down to it. Whether it be Coin or Bitconnect or USI Tech or any of this rubbish. These things are not where you want to put your money in crypto, guys. Thornecoin, says Jeff Thompson. Yeah, I saw that Trayvon was promoting Thornecoin the other day, so I would not be surprised about that as well. Look, guys, the biggest thing that you guys can do as a community is if you see people over there, tell people, hey, guys, go out and, do some research. Be really careful of this stuff. And I know, look, Bitconnect got to, cult status where you just couldn't tell people the writing was on the wall. Mr. Harry Lasagna says, I barely trust exchanges to hold my coins for the 5 minutes they do. Well said, man. Well said. You can't trust them. ETHConnect was also a scam. Of course ETHConnect was a scam. This is the thing. There's XRP Connect, I think somebody made as well, and I think there was a Neo Connect, and goodness gracious, guys, there's so many scams out there. But if you see people out there who are talking about investing in this stuff, everyday people, right? Or hear people talking about it, let them know, hey, you know what? Bitcoin outperformed frickin' Bitconnect, man. Just holding Bitcoin, right? So, not to mention, of course, XRP. And you can say what you want about XRP, but it went up 33,000% in the last year. Come on. Bam. That's crazy. There are so many good projects out there. Not to mention, of course, ICOs and the potential for those to increase as well. So, there you go. Fungibility, good topic to discuss. Fungibility is a good topic to discuss, Avion. That's a problem that crypto suffers from sometimes, that really only the big coins are fungible. So that is coins that are easily exchanged into, other currencies, or, we should say, most importantly, probably most people really focus on getting cash money in their hands back, of course. Vikrant is asking for a good shout out for Substratum. Please remind your viewers. I was actually thinking, because I did a review yesterday on Nebulous, and, I was talking about, hey, by the way, you can think about how moving forward, the internet's going to change substantially with all these different projects, right? Niall Falan, what are your thoughts on Chain? Seems to be a serious competitor for Ethereum. Have not looked into it enough, my man. Sorry. Thank you for the donation, though, but it's on the list of things to review. Now, look, I did want to make this point about Substratum or about other internet future kind of technologies. We're looking at Nexus, we're looking at MaidSafe, we're looking at Substrate, we're looking at Skycoin. I had somebody saying, why don't you ever mention Shift, man? Well, Shift too. Sure, why not? The thing is, there are so many projects in the space. We got like an explosion of projects across the space right now, guys. It's actually kind of crazy how many are out there. You know, and sometimes people say, well, I'll make a video about, I don't know, let's say a smart contract platform. And I'll say, oh, here's some of the competition. Well, you didn't mention this one, you didn't mention this one, you didn't mention this one. There are so many out there right now. I'm trying not to give you guys, you know, giant lists in every video. And this one, and this one, and that one, and that one, and this one, and this one, and that one too. And what about that one over there? Gets a little bit crazy. Jeff Mize says, how about a box mining Data Dash Superman collab? That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun. Hopefully one of these days. I sent a message to Superman the other day. Maybe we'll get that together one of these days here as well. ZooQ. Is high performance blockchain going to take over the world? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see, guys. I've got a review coming up on that, so you can check it out a while ago. A while after this stream today, I will have that up for you guys to check out. Now, one other thing I did want to mention here was the technology that we're dealing with. We're going to come to ICOs here in a minute, guys, but I really wanted to point out this is that this week or over the past week or so, Smart Cash has been having a problem with the exchanges. I think you're unable right now to withdraw Smart Cash from CryptoBridge and maybe HitBTC. And so obviously exchanges are pretty slow to react to things. Doesn't really matter for them. They make so much money they're not really incentivized to react to these things, unfortunately. But the reality is that we are dealing with, to a large extent, cutting-edge technologies here, guys. And yeah, some of these things aren't so cutting edge. Some of these are just, you know, simple adaptations of blockchain, but some of this stuff's really cutting edge. And so when it comes down to it, and you look and you see, oh gosh, this is having a problem. Must be a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. I don't think so. I mean, we saw the same thing with IOTA recently. We've seen the same thing with Cardano recently. So we have seen this happening with these things. You guys got to remember about the cryptocurrency space. This is a high risk, high volatility space, and there's very low accountability. Put all of those things together, and it's problematic. Here's a Steinlager or a very cheap glass wine, mate, says Kev. Thank you, Kev. Can you sum up Wabi in a sentence for me? No, I can't, because I haven't looked into it enough. The one thing I do know about Wabi is that it's competing in the same space as Walton and VeChain and Modem. But that's about all I got for you, man. Sorry. I have been meaning to do a review on it, but it's on the list with like 50 other coins, so we'll get to it one of these days. Maybe. It's a scam, says Crypto Rose. Thoughts on Sophia TX? You know, I did look into Sophia TX a little bit, and it does seem like a very promising project, but I don't have much more for you guys than that. You know, until I've actually really done a review on a project, I can only give you guys the basic, because basically I want to know, you know, what the project's about before I make any comments on it. So anyway, another thing to really keep in mind here in this space, if you're going to invest in these projects, some of these projects are gonna fail, guys. And even though the market's going crazy right now and projects that just have white papers can reach billions of dollars, that doesn't mean they deserve to be worth billions of dollars. And even the best projects with the best community support and all this stuff can still fail. Remember, in the regular world, something like 90% of startups fail. Guys, keeping that real, because that is a huge amount of failure. Now, if you considered that 9 out of 10 projects in the coin market cap are likely to fail, have a look at your portfolio. Think about that for a minute. You know, so this is the thing. This is why we try to lessen that percentage in the long term, right? To find the best projects to invest in, to find the most interesting ICOs. Now, that being said, I really feel like we are moving towards a space where blockchain is going to be adapted in a massive way. We're going to get to that a little later in the chat. Josue Petion asks, Titanium is going to moon. Are you aware of it? I have looked into it only a little bit, my man. And that was, I was looking at it the other day and I was watching what Superman was saying about it and had a little read through the website. And I just thought, I don't know. Kind of passed on it. Looked interesting though, but I kind of passed on it. Seeing coins like Tron worth billions worries me. It is definitely massively overvalued. Hello from Auckland, hello from Wellington. Titanium is a scam. You just never know. To be honest, every single project I've ever reviewed has been called a scam at some point or another. I'm serious, guys. I'm serious. Now, that being said, some of these are scams. Like I said, some of them are just bad projects. And there's a big difference between that. Now, before we get into our ICO chat of the day, I did just want to mention something to you guys real quickly, and that is sexism in the cryptocurrency space. And it may not be a very, I guess sexy topic when it comes down to it, but nevertheless, anytime I interview a female CEO, I am always amazed by some of the comments, guys. And I try to clean up some of the dirty stuff, but, we're talking about exciting tech, guys. Exciting tech. Exciting ideas, exciting business. Look past the, the physical attributes of somebody. Anyway, guys, that's just a reminder out there. Keep it clean, man. Welcome ladies into the space. Let's not fall into this internet trap of easy sexism, keyboard warrior kind of stuff. And that also goes with racism to an extent. I've seen people commenting on, I think that was on Nebulous. It's like, oh, it's a Chinese team, therefore it must be terrible. The Chinese don't do anything, and just that kind of stuff will keep you from making, sick gains, but also it will keep you guys, from really, connecting with the world and the space and all this stuff. If your audience was 90% female, I promise you you'd have all kinds of exciting comments about yourself. I have all kinds of exciting comments about myself anyway, guys. This is pretty exciting. Some dudes out there is like, Lark, gosh damn. Anyway, just making the jokes, of course, guys. Thoughts on Artblock? We are coming to that here in a few minutes, so stick with us. Nebulous looks awesome. Vindo says, really? Sexism and racism, dude? Talk crypto. I am talking crypto, dude. And that's the problem, is that when we talk crypto, everybody starts posting in the comment section about sexist and racist BS. So, just got to keep that in mind, guys. Try to keep it real. Try to keep the space clean. This is an exciting area of tech. Let's not get bogged down in the BS. Let us move on to shopping sprees. Now. This is an interesting one. Haivu says, when are you going to update us on your portfolio? It's coming, man. It's coming. It's on the list of videos to make, so it will be coming. I want to make a proper video for you guys about that. We are in a massive buyer's market right now, guys. Big time. Big time, big time, big time. Look, I cover quite a few different topics here on the show. I mean, gosh, how many different coins a week do I cover? 5, 6, usually at least. And that's quite a few, right? And look, I don't invest in all those. I really don't. I find ones that I really, really like, and I invest in those. Crypto Spark in the house, sparking the place up with some energy. Welcome to the party, man. I don't invest in all those projects myself, but I talk about a lot of projects because they're exciting. Because, well, you guys want me to talk about them too, and that's always a great reason for me. If you guys think something's really interesting, I should have a look at it, man, I try and have a look at that because it's awesome. And there are so many really, really cool projects out there that I've looked into, but I haven't invested in personally. But that's just the way it is. So definitely keep that in mind. But that being said, we are in a super buyer's market right now, guys. And sometimes when I see some value in a project, you guys don't see any value in it. But I love that. I love that. This is the thing. It's not like there's only 5 ICOs a month and you're going like, oh God, if I don't get in, and no, there's like 5 ICOs a day, guys. 5 ICOs a day. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So this is the thing. And in that space, there is a lot of rubbish. To be fair. And even projects that seem really interesting and seem really promising might do well. And projects that don't seem really promising or don't seem very interesting might moon because the market is irrational. So that is something you can keep in mind in this space. So there's always more opportunity in crypto, guys. There's always more possibility for, getting into the next ICO or something like that. Because like I said, we're in a massive, massive buyer's market. I would just like to direct your eyes over to ICOalert.com. Make you realize the stupid amount of ICOs. Current Media ICO. Mark Cuban and Snoop Dogg. Not Snoop Dogg. No, Rebecca. I actually think that's a really interesting one. It's one that I'm planning on reviewing. We'll see if I actually get to it, but I'm definitely looking at reviewing Current Media ICO. It does seem really interesting. Basically, you get paid for listening to media, for listening to songs or watching videos and stuff like this. Turns the situation around. But that is what blockchain does in so many ways, guys. It does turn traditional business models on their heads. And I think there are a lot of people who are capitalizing on that. Look at this, is just crazy. We're still just going down the list here, guys, of upcoming ICOs. Like I said, absolute buyer's market. Do your due diligence, guys. 99% of ICOs will hit an exchange and dump. Maybe not quite that many, but some will. Watch out for the ones that have big bonuses. Keep the flashes down a little. Damn. And we're going to go, wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. It's absolutely crazy, guys. Now, I want to talk real quick about the PundiX ICO. Now, this one was one that had a lot of community support. Very, very popular. Sold out in minutes. This is, of course, the other thing that we are dealing with at the moment, of course. Crypto Splat asks, can you talk about transaction fees, please? Crypto Splat, anything in particular you want to know about transaction fees? They have come down quite a bit for Bitcoin. Last time I sent Bitcoin, that is, and they have gone up a bit for Ethereum, unfortunately. But you do get that. Now, I was thinking about investing in the PundiX ICO, but I actually thought at the last moment, like, I don't know, it's a very popular ICO. It might 10x, who knows, all that fun stuff. And I like what they're doing. I really like the idea behind what they're doing. I just had this real concern where their business models based on success in Indonesia over the next year, and Indonesia's coming down hard on cryptocurrencies. So that's kind of what scared me off. But it's a buyer's market. There's so many other opportunities. This is the thing. Loop ring transaction fees and hit BTC withdrawal fees and all that fun stuff. Well, let's talk a little bit about those fees before we talk about btoken here. Now, with exchanges, the withdrawal fees are ridiculous sometimes. They really are. They really are. You look at some and they cost $15-20 to withdraw, and there is no reason for that except that they can. That's the thing to keep in mind, guys. They can, so they do. And that's what it comes down to, unfortunately. Now look, fees have been coming down for most blockchains at the moment, but certainly it's just not enough for some of them. But the exchanges are really taking the piss when it comes down to it. And there's not really much you can do about it, unfortunately, when it comes down to the overall situation here, because if you want to get these, you have to deal with the issues. B4 stable, lagging anyone? Yeah, it's lagging a bit for me too. I can see it up on the screen here. I will be getting an upgraded computer, an upgraded internet connection here pretty soon, guys. So sorry about the lagging stream, but it should be better in the next week or two when I get, you know, a bit of updated gear, basically. Okay. You read that one there. So btoken is definitely a coin that is very interesting. I will be interviewing Min Kim about that tomorrow. The only concern I have is that there's only $5 million worth of tokens going in the public sale. 10 million have already been sold in the private and then the public pre-sale. So that's a pretty small amount overall. So, yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But it does seem like a very interesting project nevertheless. You know, I do like what they're trying to do, creating a basically sharing economy protocol. So keep an eye out for it. Keep an eye out for it. It does seem like an interesting project, but I have a real feeling that it's going to sell out in minutes because there's such a small amount available for the public sale. What are you going to do about that? They have been talking about introducing caps, but how big? Doesn't matter. 10,000 people are all competing for the same thing at the same time. What are you going to do? Next is another really interesting one. There's just so much excitement about what the guys are going to be doing with Next. Again, this will be one that I'm doing an interview for tomorrow. So, Maple Syrup Stacker. Hey, Lark, quick question about your Christmas giveaway. Did you ever reveal what you gave away? Maple Syrup Stacker, I gave away about, I think at the time it was about like $40, $35-40 worth of Bitcoin in a paper wallet. Sent it in the mail with a Christmas greeting card from the Crypto Lark to 11 lucky winners around the world. They went all over the place. They went to the US. They went to like Portugal and Japan, and one to Pakistan, one to New Zealand, a couple to Australia. So Rebecca asks, thank you for the contribution, by the way. Future equals decentralized or centralized exchanges. The future is decentralized exchanges, which is why the Neon exchange is so exciting. If you read about what they're wanting to do, it's very, very interesting. Again, more details will come tomorrow, but this is definitely one you guys should have on your radar if you want to get involved in, you know, a next generation exchange. It will be a decentralized exchange. Obviously, Kyber exchange will be very exciting when they get up and running. Not to mention, of course, all the other projects. We do have some that are operating already. BlockNet is actually happening, right? Ether Delta is a decentralized exchange, but it kind of sucks to the extent that it sucks. But, you know, you can get stuff on there pre-market rates, guys. And this is the thing. Can the next interview, can you ask if ICO is available in USA? I will do that indeed. I'll do that indeed. Ask if there are any excluded peoples. And BarterDex, those guys at BarterDex, man, that's the Komodo platform guys. They keep talking about, hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Jeff Mize, what about my super chat? Jeff Mize, post again what you wrote in your super chat, man. Sorry, sometimes I look away from the screen and I miss it because the chat moves so fast. So, Ether Delta was hacked. Ether Delta was hacked. Ether Delta's really not the best place to get stuff, but, you know, sometimes you can pick stuff up there before it hits any exchange and get it at a pretty decent bargain. You know, SingularityNet, for example, the other day came out and it was trading at about 60-some cents over there, and now it's up to about $1 or something like that. So, Kevin, can you talk about Oyster? It will be huge. I think I don't actually have that one on the list. I'm going to put that one on the list for you, but I have no idea about Oyster, and I have not looked into it at all. But thank you for the contribution. Jeff, oh, your latest thoughts on Dragon Chain, says Jeff. Well, I mean, I just reviewed it the other day, you know, and I think that it's a really cool project. I like that all the ICOs they're bringing out are available for American citizens. So if you are an American, you're looking for ICOs to get involved in, go and check out Wanchain. They are making it available for U.S. citizens, and I do like their system of locking up a different coin. If you lock up the Dragon coin, it gives you sort of premier benefits on the network, so early access to ICOs and things like that. So it is a really cool project. I do like Wanchain a lot. I think it's got pretty good forward movement. So you can, get in there and check that out. It's definitely pretty cool. DYOR, that's it, man. That's it. Josh Pelletier, man. DYOR, absolutely, every time. This is the thing about my channel, and this is one thing I want to remind you guys about. I feel like it's a first point of information. Like, hey, here's a project that I think's interesting, or hey, here's something that the community's been asking for, or hey, here's the latest update on the news. But man, before you guys put your money into anything, please, you got to go and read that white paper. You got to go and check out what the community's saying. You got to go hit those Reddits, hit that Telegram. You are investing your money. Don't just believe what people are saying on the internet. No, Josh, I know you're not knocking me, man, but that's a good reminder for the community. It's absolutely important. Do your own research, guys. And it's just like a mantra in the space. Could be a scam. It's a scam. Everything's a scam. All of it. Okay, Winding Tree is another one, very interesting project. I will be doing a full review on this, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, one of those days, but it's coming this week, so keep an eye out for it. CCG Mining, what do you think about it? Well, they're still around. That's always good. And I guess we'll see where they go. They have been pretty good with, I guess, their social media and stuff, trying to prove that they're a real company. I guess we'll see. But I don't know. Haven't invested in them. I've got enough in cloud mining with Genesis Mining and Hashflare. I don't need to get into another one. So CCG Mining's been around for about 6 or 7 months, I think. So Lark, thoughts on Hashflare? Have your expenses skyrocketed recently? I haven't been too closely following the expenses, but I imagine that they have skyrocketed because prices have gone down for Bitcoin, and the prices that you pay in expenses are done according to US dollar fees. So I would imagine that you'd be getting less Bitcoin because of that. People have been calling Verge a scam. LCrypto is a scam. Cloud mining's crap. Craig Grant is a scam. Life is a scam, guys. Life is a scam. Oh, man. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, guys? Ask yourself, does a white paper deserve $1 billion market cap, says Chuck. Not usually. But some of them get that anyway. Guys, because the market is crazy. Deep Onion is not a scam. No, I don't think Deep Onion is a scam at all. Look, a lot of these projects aren't scams, but it's very easy to call everything a scam. And this is the thing, when you start calling stuff a scam, much like Maniaca says, it's pretty overused in the crypto space, guys. Everything is called a scam, and you guys have to be careful with this, because when stuff actually is a scam, people think, there's this crying wolf again. Bitconnect's not a scam. I'll put some money in there. Everybody says it's a scam, but they say everything is a scam. Bitcoin's a scam. Bitconnect's fine. That's fine. No problem here. Guys, it is important to keep that in mind. So Hainan says, cloud mining, best ROI question. Would you recommend getting into cloud mining? When is the optimal time to get in to get the best ROI? Look, if Bitcoin prices are high currently, cloud mining does pay off. Now, you do have to keep in mind, particularly with like Hashflare, that 1-year contract is like basically running a binary option. You might get more Bitcoin than you pay in. You might get less. The difficulty rates have been increasing exponentially, guys. There have been so many big data centers that have been being put online. So keep that in mind. Keep that real. That is, you know, a potential. Now, look, a lot of people do say, you know, cloud mining is a scam and all stuff, and most cloud mining companies are scams. Genesis Mining, Hashflare, Hashing24, and Via BTC, and Bitcoin.com, even though they're ridiculous, have all proved themselves to be legit players over time. Now, look, they've all had their problems, but this is the reality of, again, a high-risk, high-volatility, low accountability industry, guys. So if you're definitely making a risk when you put your money into someone else's hands in something that can't be traded or cashed out easily. Now, there was a Hashing24 has just introduced a resale market, so that's good. Vkrant says, scams are nothing but natural selection. The weak will be eliminated. Only the ones who can sniff a scam survive. Da 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 da. There you go, Vkrant. There you go. This is true. This is true. And look, it's going to happen, guys. Some of these projects we think are cool are going to turn out to not be cool. This is the reality of the situation. I've been using Steam for a while, but ONG is getting my attention, says Maple Syrup Stagger. I've got an account over on ONG Social, and I haven't really used it, to be honest. You can see it's just here. I haven't really used it, to be honest, but maybe. Rebecca asks, top 3 industries that best serve blockchain tech. I assume you mean that blockchain tech is best for those industries. It's got massive application. Massive application. We'll talk about metal in a second, Matt. Blockchain technology has crazy amounts of applications. Finance obviously is one of the big ones, but it just goes right down the list. The property markets can benefit from it. Governments can benefit from it for, you know, public services, taxes, do what you will with that. Medical records, exchange of value in different platforms, monetizing data, tokenize the world, guys. Tokenize everything. Tokenize the air, probably at some point. Don't tokenize the air, guys. I like free air to the extent that air is free. What are your thoughts on ETHORS? What's ETHORS? Site where you can bet on coins and their future value. Check them out. I don't think about it. No, I don't think I'm passing that, but sounds interesting if you're into betting, guys. I'm already betting enough by just being involved in the cryptocurrency industry. I don't need to bet in cryptocurrencies. That would be crazy. Personal thought, though. Okay, Matt's been asking about metal a few times, so I did want to give you guys a quick update on that. If you are a metal supporter, man, you got to get over there and you got to follow them on Twitter. Those guys are giving so many cool updates about what they've been doing, working on the development of their tech. So a lot of good things coming in store for metal. It's definitely a really cool concept. I mean, the proof of processed payments, I think, is a very powerful thing. They just have to get their message across to retailers to get them to accept that. I mean, it's a great idea. You know, if I'm going to buy a watch, let's say, and I get 5% back for paying using metal, and the person who sold me the watch gets 5% back for paying using metal, I mean, that's a pretty powerful message. Money talks, guys, at the end of the day. So I am invested in metal. I've been invested in metal for a while. I'm definitely going to be holding on to that for quite a while. Can you do a video on the upcoming Polymath release, says Elliot. Polymath has been on my radar, Elliot, so I'll think about it. OnePlus says, ooh, what watch? It's like a $45 Woody watch, man. I like it, though. It's made out of wood. It's funky. Surprise. I don't want to spread my secret, but I hate the government. What is this? Okay. We'll move on to the next one, guys, and that is Artblock. Now, they are going to be having their ICO coming out here in 12 days. Now, look, there has been some serious FUD around Artblock. Ian Bellina has just done an AMA with them. I sold metal before I found this channel. No. Well, the good news is that it's at like pretty decent lows right now, so if you would want to stock up on some metal, not a bad time. Anyway, Atul, thank you for the contribution, man. Now, I think you should go watch that interview with Ian Bellina, because they actually answer some pretty good stuff. Yekta says, Artblock, 100% scam. We shall see. We shall see. It seems like, to me, they screwed up their marketing a little bit, you know, in the extent that they said, hey, we've got, you know, articles on this paper and that paper, but they hadn't actually been published yet, although some of those have now been published. And now look, I do need to look into this a bit more, without a doubt, but could be okay. Let's make an asterisk next to that one and see how it turns out. But, you know, if you are looking at getting invested into Artblock, DYOR, guys, all day. Get over there, read those posts on the Reddit. See if you think that the FUD is warranted or not. Because you just never know where this stuff comes from, too, you know. Artblock is selling hope, nothing published, I'm out. And that is the beauty, Yekta, of the buyer's market. If you don't like it, don't go anywhere near it, man. Because no one's forcing you to buy anything. Until you click that button and you do it yourself because you've done your research. Online billings define FUD. Fear, uncertainty, doubt lead to the dark side. Now, in particular, the FUD around Artblock was that there were some articles that they said, hey, we're a partner with Cointelegraph. We've mentioned in, you know, CoinDesk and Huffington Post and all this stuff, and some of those articles hadn't come out yet. So that's something to keep an eye on. Some information about the LinkedIn profiles and stuff like this. So, effed up drama. Have you seen hodlfeed.com? Any suggestions? I think I looked at that the other day. But no suggestions about it. But thank you for the contribution, Cold Cut. Much appreciated, man. Almond milk is for losers. Man, I love almond milk. I guess I'm a loser then. Almond milk's my jazz, man. Cow milk? Cow milk has an utterly great development team. George, on point with the joke, brother. I love it. I love it. Hey, this is one I mentioned earlier. Somebody did ask a little bit about this, and that is CurrentUS. So they are basically going to be paying you to interact with media. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Definitely something to keep an eye on. So, but there's so many exciting projects out there, guys, which is, again, I can't repeat enough. It is a buyer's market. So find the projects that you really, really like, guys. The ones that speak to you. Coconut milk is awesome too. Indeed. Lark, do you think Wanchain is going to be a pump and dump? Well, look, I haven't looked into Wanchain. A little bit, I mean, but you know, to make a thoughtful comment on it. Look, there is a very real possibility with a lot of these coins for pumping and dumping. Why? Because a lot of these don't have caps, and a lot of these are bought up by whales who come in and buy $500,000 or $1 million in the pre-sale. That's happening, guys. So when we come in with our, you know, $500, we're like, I want to get $500 with your coins. They're like, yeah, that's fine. And then later on, these guys are able to manipulate the market. It just happens sometimes, guys. I'm not saying that's what's happening with Wanchain. I'm just saying that happens in a lot of coins. That there are big wallet addresses that hold those. And this happens a lot across the space. So keep that in mind, please. What? Everyone thinks Wanchain is legit. However, most coins pump and dump in the first 30 minutes that hit the exchange, says Seb. A lot of them do. A lot of them do it. But that's especially one of those situations of the big bonus ICOs, guys. You have to watch out for the ones that have big bonuses on them. If you don't get that big bonus during the ICO, you're probably better off waiting for them to hit the exchange. And that is something to really keep in mind. If you see a 50% bonus ICO, if you get the 50% bonus, that's cool. If you don't, wait for it for later, guys. What was your first coin purchase ever? It was Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin. I think I actually got it for around, it was like $2,000 or something. When I bought my first Bitcoin. Even a little bit less, like $1,800 or something like that. Kevin, Oyster, solution to ads, decentralized data storage, embedded pearls, website users agree to purr for work to find pearls, no installations, no downloads, all in JavaScript, 2 huge ideas, 1 project. There you go. Summed up like that. The Tai Lopez ICO. No. No. Look, Tai Lopez has been, spreading the good word about Bitcoin recently, and that's cool, man, but holy cow. He does not need to do an ICO. I mean, I guess I could do an ICO too. Why? Let's all do ICOs. ICOs for everybody. Everybody. No, I don't know. Look, hey, I'm not bashing Tai Lopez. Maybe that guy's probably really well connected. If he can bring out something legit, nothing wrong with him doing an ICO. He can be the face of it, and he gets a team of developers behind him. Could be cool. Could be cool, but what are you going to do? Lark ICO. Cheese coins coming, guys. Lark, are you on Long Island? I'm on North Island, man. Southern end of it. Almond milk ICO. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. Tai Lopez will sell courses on how to start an ICO. Probably. Oh my goodness. I think I'll develop a scam coin. Fergus, you're late. You're late, my friend. Somebody already has scam coin out. It's called scam coin, and it's going to be an ICO soon. People are probably going to buy it because crypto space. What are you going to do? Supocoin is not a product of Supoman. Interesting. Haven't heard about it. Tai Lopez selling hot air ICO. Love it, guys. Joe asks, what are your thoughts on Singularity Net? Good question. AI and AI-related ICOs, the legit ones, and I think Singularity Net's a very legit one, are going to be doing really well in the future. AI is going to increasingly be utilized. And you see actually a lot of the really exciting projects that have come out recently are integrating AI at least to some extent. So very interesting stuff in that regard. I mean, like Swissborg, they're implementing AI, and so many other projects. I read about it all the time. It is going to be one of the new hot things, guys, getting into AI. Somebody said you should interview Synth from Skycoin. I'd love to. I should reach out to him. Hey, Lark, love show. Do you have any opinions on Zaliqua or HPB? Doing a lot of research on throughput blockchains as of late. Well, I got good news for you, is that there is going to be an HPV review, HPB review coming up just after I do this live stream. I will record that for you guys. I like HPB, though. It does seem very interesting. A few concerns, of course, about it, as with any project, but it does seem like a very interesting project. So, but keep an eye out for that. It should be up in about the next hour or so. And Zilliqa also looks interesting. Wish I'd done a little more research into Zilliqa, but there's so many projects, guys, as always. Liberal sand blowjobs. Can you buy EOS in the US? Well, that's an interesting question. Because, yes, you can buy EOS on an exchange, but you're not going to be able to exchange it later. This is the thing, you will have to go through a KYC process in order to cash out. I'm really interested to see, because I'm sure a lot of Americans are holding EOS. I'm really interested to see what effect that's going to have on the market. So, wait and see. Wait and see. It'll be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a big sell-off, as a lot of people who bought EOS but didn't realize that end up having to sell it just before that KYC process does go through. So, something to think about. Thoughts on AirSwap? Haven't looked into it, man. Haven't looked into it, to be honest. Somebody up here. Ah, there we go. Chuck A. Lark, when is the Ray Blocks interview? Gotta chase him up again. We were talking over the other day over on Twitter. He said he's keen, but gotta, of course, you know, chase him around. GGIM, apart from yourself, which other crypto YouTuber do you recommend to check out? Much like the ICO space, you guys are, of course, spoiled for crypto YouTubers to go ahead and check out. And everyone's got their own little different thing that we do. You know, you can go and check out Data Dash if you want. He's very popular. You can go and check out Crypto Spark, Crypto Daily, Cryptocurrency Australia, you know, Blockchain Brad. Gosh, so many people. Supoman. Everyone's kind of got their own thing, you know. If you want to laugh a little bit more, go and check out Crypto Daily. Supoman's got some pretty good stand-up sometimes too. You know, so a lot of good YouTubers out there, guys. You know, people to stay away from because they don't actually give you any real information. Are obviously like Trayvon and Craig Grant and Crypto Nick. Oh, Bite-Sized Bitcoin as well. That is one that you guys should definitely check out. Peter Sandington over at Bite-Sized Bitcoin does some really killer work. You know, personally, the people I've been personally watching when I have the very little time to actually watch somebody has been Bite-Sized Bitcoin, Crypto Daily, Supoman. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. And of course, Crypto Spark. Pop in a Crypto Spark every once in a while and check out, see what he's doing too. So those four guys are the ones that I personally watch. So Mark DeSessa says, I like Vincent Briatore. He's fine. Oh, you know, actually, I like Vincent Briatore too. I haven't watched any of his stuff in a long time, but he's legit, man. Decentralized TV. Yeah, I like what Peter's doing, man. He's got a very slick looking project up. Hopefully, Peter and I can do a collab video again one day. That'd be a lot of fun. BA, what about Crypto Flower? She is HOT hot. Did you catch that earlier part in the podcast about the sexism of the crypto space, man? Oh, and box mining. Of course, box mining. See, this is it. There's so many people out there, I can't even remember them all. There you go. There you go, guys. I do like box mining as well. Michael's got some really good information. I like his just, you know, very chilled out delivery. So, oh, the crypto space. It's good times. Galib Noor, Crypto Candor. Oh, yeah, she's cool too. I don't know if you guys have checked out Crypto Candor. She's a new person in the space, but she's pretty cool as well. She's really good at, you know, delivering some rock solid information in a short amount of time. So, got Jimmy Song in here as well. Crypto Bobby, he's cool too, man. But again, you guys are just so spoiled for choice. So, you know, have fun out there in crypto land. That is all good, guys. Crypto Lark, give us what we need. Vincent Briatore started his own ICO. Because why not? Bitconnect Carlos. Is that real? That can't be real. Bitconnect Carlos. Oh, you guys are fun. You guys are fun. Anyway, it is time for me to make another video for you guys, the high performance blockchain video. Thank you so much to everyone who has come out today, making me laugh in the comment section, of course. You guys are great. So much great information, so much great back and forth happening, as always, in the chat. I absolutely love it, guys. Lots of fun, as always. Keep it real out there in crypto land. Remember, guys, be careful. Watch out for the scams. There's scams all over the place. DYOR, guys. Do your own research and have fun. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time, guys.